So Shawn, in most traditional gi jiu-jitsu schools, as far as leg locks go, it's pretty much only straight ankle locks before brown belt. I know your school is a little bit different, and other schools might practice other leg locks earlier, but at least as far as IBJJF competition is concerned, knee bars, toe holds, calf slashers are only legal at brown belt, so a lot of guys don't even practice them until they get to that point, and it becomes a big shock to them because that's the biggest change that you'll experience throughout your career. And in competition, you'll see guys with very dynamic games, with leaving their feet hanging there, maybe exposing themselves until brown belt. Then you see guys jumping on those toe holds, giving them trouble. So what do you tell your students when they get to the brown belt level? What do they need to know about leg locks?
Well, let me tell you my history about leg locks, because at Hanzo School, we did them all the time. There was no rules about leg locks. My very first class, I learned a knee bar off the guy gets out of cross side, so elbow escape to you drop back into a knee bar, and then a heel hook, cross heel hook. So that was my first class, and I was like, whoa, what is this? What is this magic? So anyway, so we never had any rules. I have, for me, the school, we allow straight foot locks until purple. And then at purple belt, you can do the rest of the leg locks. But I teach my guys heel hooks, everything. We have workshops on it. And because my thought is that you need to know it all. Whether you're a white belt or not, you may not be able to use it in live training. We can't use those things in live training. But you need to know them because the skill of foot locking isn't just about foot locking, it's about leg pummeling, keeping your legs safe. It teaches you really good aspects of inside ties, so to speak, with your legs. So yeah, I think it's important to learn at all levels. Just maybe you gotta safeguard the training of it.
Did I hear you correctly when you said that at purple belt you let your students do all the leg locks?
Yes.
Why
yeah.
purple and not brown?
Because they gotta get ready for brown. It's like you let a guy do them on brown belt in training, it's too late. They're gonna get knee barred or, especially some of the sweeps, guys get creative with the sweeps, their legs are hanging around and they're gonna get leg locked. So I let them start at purple so that they're ready. They've already assimilated into their game. They know, well, my foot's hanging out here, my leg's hanging out here. So, and then of course on no-gi, if we're doing like Abu Dhabi training, they even can do heel hooks and stuff like that. As long as everybody knows what's going on, then it's cool. So
you're one of the few schools, but there's other schools out there that do heel hooks from day one.
Yeah.
Go Course School is another one. Opponents to that would say that they're too dangerous. They can really mess up someone's knee. You shouldn't do it until you have more grappling experience. Other people might say that by doing it early, you develop the respect for those positions. What's your take on that? I
think there's no dangerous move. Only people that do dangerous moves. It's just like the same. There's no bad dog. There's only bad people that make the dog bad. Or same with moves. If you train them intelligently and you drill them and you know them inside and out and you're comfortable with them, first you'll take away all the fear that's associated with those moves. A lot of people are just so terrified of a heel hook, and so then they just think, I can't do it, but they don't go through the process of learning it and understanding how to train it and drill it so you can become effective at heel hooks without ripping somebody's knee apart in training. That's important. So I think it's how it's trained is important, not just, oh, that move is dangerous, so we won't do it. No, yeah, you should do it, investigate it, and get rid of the fear and the mystique about it and do it safely. And then I think it's totally fine.
Hello guys, André Galvão here.
Hi Jiu-Jitsu lovers, Saulo Ribeiro here.
Hey everybody, this is Xande Ribeiro. What's going on guys, JT Torres here.
Hi, I'm Felicia O.
Hello everyone, guys and girls, I'm here to invite you all.
This gang of champions would like you to join them on their vacation. So pack your sunglasses, swimsuit, and of course your gi, board a cruise ship, and head to the Caribbean for 6 days of training, rolling, and more fun in the sun than you can handle. What could be better than training with 6 world champions aboard a beautiful cruise liner to the Caribbean? Hanging by the pool, exploring the islands, and partying with your friends, family, and some of the greatest jiu-jitsu legends of all time. Saulo Ribeiro, Xande Ribeiro, André Galvão, Felicia O, JT Torres, and Angelica Galvão.
We're gonna visit Jamaica. We're gonna also go to Caribbean.
All throughout the Caribbean.
Yeah, man, and we're gonna have a lot of fun.
Grappler's Escape gives you all this and so much more.
Two of the biggest teams in the world. Think they ready?
I hope you're ready because we are.
This is the Jiu-Jitsu vacation of a lifetime. So don't wait. Cabins are filling up fast. All belt levels are welcome. Email grapplersescape@gmail.com for info and to reserve your spot today.
Grappling Escape, August 2015.
Summertime. Who say it's not good to fight on a vacation?
So if you were going to give a 5-minute class to somebody who knew nothing about leg locks, what would you show?
Leg position, just like sort of to stick sort of with the mentality of jiu-jitsu, it's about leg positioning first, you know, just understanding like where your legs, how to isolate somebody's leg, and then build from there. Safety of your legs, basically like different leg pummeling skills, because leg pummeling is kind of where all footlocks start from, and then understanding where your feet should be, where they shouldn't be, and then start branching, of course, on the finishes out from there. I mean, you do need to look at the finishes because people will be not understanding if they don't see it, but leg pummeling essentially is what you want to get guys really good at.
And you are really good at that. I feel that even when we're not working leg locks, but the way you pass, you have so much dexterity in your leg pummeling.
Yeah, it's important. You know, I think it's probably one of the most important skills of jiu-jitsu is to be able to use your legs well and make sure that they're safeguarded at all points. Even if we're not talking about footlocking, the passing, everything. You know, making scorpions or lockdowns, whatever you want to call it. But you know, using your legs well will give you a huge advantage of things, you know, so, yeah.
Well, would you mind giving me a 5-minute lesson on leg locks?
Yeah, sure, I'd love to. So if we were to talk about leg pummeling in general, this looks like a ridiculous drill, but it's just like pummeling with the arms. And basically, if I have both of my legs inside of your legs, I have immediate advantage when it comes to leg pummeling if we're both seated here facing each other. So it's a first drill would just be a simple drill of leg pummeling, which means you're going to take your legs to the inside. Yep, and we're doing it just like basically like a spider guard of the legs. And then I'll pummel my legs to the inside. Make sure that we're always having the inside. You return your pummel. Yep, I return my pummel. Because now we understand that if I have the inside, then I can shoot a footlock basically on both sides and have an advantage, you know. Obviously, the footlocks that you're gonna get into later break some of those conditions. But in the beginning, we would want to have both legs on the inside.
And the key point is I can't touch your legs either.
Yeah, right. I mean, obviously, if I'm on the inside and you're holding my ankle, it doesn't really matter because I can still shoot my knees underneath and isolate a leg and begin to attack a basic footlock. I just can't, you can't let me hold yours, obviously, if you're gonna, so you need to break this grip off and then re-pummel, break the grip off, re-pummel, and now it's my turn. I have to break the grips off and re-pummel. So it's a good drill to start off with.
Okay, so when you do this drill, do you care which leg comes over first, or it doesn't matter?
No, I mean, not in the drilling form, right? If I'm gonna attack a leg, I want my leg on the inside. Basically, like I'm gonna shoot, usually I'll shoot after this one, but it doesn't matter. Because once this one goes to the inside, I still have to get this one free. So when this one shoots to the inside, it just continues its momentum to the other leg, rather than going, stop, okay, now I'm gonna shoot that leg. So I guess you could say the leg that pummels first is actually we go on the opposite side, just to keep the momentum going.
Okay.
Yeah.
And can we just do the drill a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So you pummel, of course, simple drill. I pummel, you pummel, and it gives you just good dexterity with the legs. Then the next step up would be, so I pummel and then I shoot myself in sideways into a classic leg lock position, because this is definitely not the best leg locking position, but it's our basic leg locking position. And then I'm just gonna move myself back out, and then you're gonna shoot through, and that one's gonna shoot right in. Yep, I'm gonna do a classic leg lock position. You make sure you pummel back. Yeah, you get back to the inside every time, which is important. So if I'm gonna shoot this leg, when we shoot it through and we slide in, I'm just gonna return my pummel back to the inside every time. Not just make sure that, yep, nice. Yep. 1, 2, just back to the inside. Super basic drill.
Yep.
And then I guess if you move up in complexity, you start moving into leg reaping, feet on the outside, so forth and so on, things like this.
Okay. Maybe we can just end with the perfect footlock position. You mentioned that's not your preferred position. What do you prefer?
Yeah, well, I guess the perfect footlock would be depending on what footlock you're doing, but a good one to start with is the leg reap position.